And just like magic, we're back to the HD camera. Hooray! Yeah, I think it finished charging. At least I hope it did according to the battery meter. But yeah, these cameras seem to be slowly getting slightly worse on me. Not terrible though, but I just hope they don't die while I'm in the middle of the trip. Anyway, so yeah. Original Xbox now, not Xbox 360, which some people refer to Xbox by, which is very annoying. But yeah, yeah, mostly weird, cheap games I got, because there was this, yeah, mostly weird games I also got on PC, like Armed and Dangerous here by the now non-existent LucasArts, which is a bit of a shame, but yeah, kind of wish they'd do more games like that. Yeah, just ones I've had on for ages and very rarely beaten, because I don't usually use an original Xbox all that much. I hope you can install Linux on it, but I'd rather use it for games. One such one I've yet to beat, Beyond Good and Evil, which I'm actually very near the end of, but it's more of a, it's like this huge collectathon at the end where you have to collect like a ton of pearls, then access the final area of the game. So yeah, that should be fun. I'm not saying it's a bad game though, but yeah, I actually own a second version of it down there for the 360. I'll show you in a mo. Blinks. Yeah, everyone knows Blinks. Yeah, not bad games though, but this one's just ludicrously hard. Like, it involves collecting symbols, and then you reverse time, and then stuff happens. Like, I don't know anyone who's ever beaten this game, because it's really difficult, honestly. But kind of unique in its own way. Call of Cthulhu, which I'm surprised I can pronounce now. Yeah. Kind of a game that nobody really remembers now, and it's by Bethesda and 2K, so... yeah, big publishers, but yeah, no one really talks about this game anymore, and it's one I need to replay, because I remember it being quite creepy, actually, so that's a cool one. Oh, here's a good one here. Conker, Live and Reloaded, a game I got super cheap when it was somewhat new, and apparently you're not meant to have it in the UK. This is not for supply in the UK. Ah, the autofocus is actually somewhat working. But no, I think this is an Irish copy, I think. I'm not quite sure. But... now it's jetted up in price, I think due to the N64 game. But I don't own the N64 game because I own this one, but I will buy the N64 game when I... If by a miracle I find it really cheap, I don't know. But, yeah, no, it's not a bad game, but it just has a terrible sense of direction sometimes, as in you do not know where to go sometimes, or at least I don't. Two Crash Bandicoot games on the original Xbox. Kind of matches with that one due to the green colour scheme, but yeah, it's just bizarre. You know, a PlayStation franchise that suddenly jumps to these other systems, but it's not bad. I only have it on the original Xbox because A, one I got for a present, B, one I found cheap without the case, so I had to print my own, and C, because, again, memory card space, because on an Xbox you can save infinite amounts of files, so that's pretty cool. Destroy All Humans, very good game. I actually own the third on the PS3, but a friend is currently borrowing that. Just forget about the one on the Wii called Big Willy Unleashed. Yeah, haha, yeah, constant body part jokes there. Yes, and they had a Da Vinci Code game, again by 2K. They seemed to do a lot of licensed games back then. Now they just do sports or Bioshock. Well, not so much now due to the studio being shut down for it. Yeah, a Da Vinci Code game. It was 50 pence. Need I say more? Oh, one I need to play more of. Dreamfall, a game I had to buy. This was brand new actually, because I got a pre-owned copy, and it just didn't work. Like, it worked 20 minutes in, then it got a disc read error, which is very rare for Xbox games, because from every other Xbox game I've had is built like a truck. Honestly, you could just, you know, you could stomp on them and they would just still work, honestly. But no, not this one apparently. So I had to get it brand new so I could actually play beyond the first 20 minutes. But the first 20 minutes are pretty good. Enclave. PC conversion, some kind of... it's from the same people who made the Riddick games. Yeah, they made two. Oh, I just hit the camera there. That was very professional of me. Then again, this video is barely professional because of the lighting. Anyway, so yeah, you just kind of run around and hit stuff, and it's kind of tough and such. Kind of cool. And there was actually a Wii conversion. Yeah, I was surprised at this too. No one's heard of it. I mean, I'll probably post a link in the description or somewhere. Unless YouTube annotations now accept Amazon links, which I highly doubt, but then again I'd be kind of surprised, but you never know with all these updates they're making. Anyway, Fable, don't need to mention that. Fahrenheit, from the creators of Heavy Rain. I actually prefer this one slightly more. I don't know why, it's just like, I mean, Heavy Rain's good, but I've kind of played it, and seen all. I think I've seen all. At least I think, because a playthrough of it would take quite a while. But yeah, I mean, I'll probably play Heavy Rain Heavy Rain and then this again. But yeah, no one seems to really talk about this, and I've yet to get Beyond Two Souls as well from America because it's uncensored there. A game by only one studio, Galleon, from the creators of Lara Croft, because they can't see Tomb Raider. At least I don't think they can. Anyway, no, this was kind of an unreal. It's some platformy stuff with weird, jumpy about sort of stuff. Oh, for distribution outside the UK only. Well, it's in the UK now, so yeah. It's made by what's the name? Confounding Factor. This was their only game. Yeah, I think there's probably many other games which were only made by one company, but yeah, this was yeah, as they said, an instant classic. Yeah, it's one I need to beat as well. I think I actually started the game over because I was like, you know what, I got to get a new perspective on this, and yes, it is very good. And I will play more of it. Same with GTA San Andreas. I've never beaten a classic GTA, or at least from this era. I've actually yet to find 3 and Vice City on the original Xbox as well, because, again, PS2, memory cards. I don't remember how many times I've said that, but I'm probably going to say it a million times more without realising it. But yeah, kind of hard to find this one. At least on the Xbox. On the PS2 it's kind of common, but yeah. Good game so far, but yeah, again, it's all that clunkiness of restarting the mission and having to load a save file constantly and go back to the house to save. I don't know, after playing GTA 5 and having the quick save function, you know, it's going to be hard, but I'll make it. Headhunter Redemption, good one. Ice Age 2, pretty good. Oh, Jet Set Radio. I had to print a cover for this one because, well, the Jet Set Radio Future, I have the Dreamcast one as well. This one comes with a bonus game. A not very interesting bonus game because I don't really like certain racing games. Not for resale. Well, I re-bought it for £10, so I get a lot of these pre-owned, as you can tell. Yeah, so it includes Jet Set Radio Future. And yeah, I've played more of this than I had the Dreamcast one because my brother is borrowing the Dreamcast. So let's see some other ones. Another one that took me ages to find. Knights of the Temple. And the price is still in there. Knights of the Temple, $3.99. Yeah. It's by TDK, They Don't Care. And Starbreeze again, also made Riddick, again. Yeah, this was a very good complete in box. Kind of interesting with stickers describe that, but yeah. Now this was another game where no one had ever heard of it. It's like hack and slash action game, not bad actually. And there is a sequel, but it's only available on the PS2, I think, in Germany. Well, because I have an original Xbox demo disc of the sequel. But it never came out for the original Xbox. At least I don't think so. The first lot were on all consoles, including GameCube. So yeah, I don't quite understand that. Let's see, Matrix: Path of Neo, Max Payne 2. Yet to find Max Payne 1 because I used to own it. I stupidly got rid of it because the PC version barely works on Windows 7. So yeah, I used to own that as well. Oh, Oddworld. I love Stranger's Wrath. My favourite so far because it's the only one I've gone further into. And despite the screenshots, it is not a first-person shooter, actually. What it has is a first-person mode, and it's actually mostly more of a third-person platform, well, the sort of weird western-y sort of thing. And it is absolutely brilliant. And I'm glad it got an HD re-release, but it's kind of strange. The HD re-release is on the PS3, and this says only on Xbox, so it kind of jumped platforms there. Yeah, kind of interesting. As I said, exclusives don't stick forever. But then again, this is a much older game, so it deserved a re-release. What else is there? Togi, a game I found recently from the people who made Demon Souls and published by Sega and stuff. I don't need to go into this because everyone knows who Sega is. Yeah, fun game, destroying stuff, flying around, weird stuff happens, and yeah, not much to say about that really. Psychonauts, one I've still yet to beat, and apparently on the PS2 has a major glitch where your jumps will sometimes stick in midair. At least that's what I heard. I haven't actually seen this firsthand. Rayman, Red Dead Revolver, not Redemption. I've yet to beat this one. I have beaten Redemption, but not the other one. Shenmu 2. Yes, I've yet to beat Shenmu 1. I own Shenmu 1, and Shenmu 2 on the Dreamcast is really hard to find. At least from what I've seen, honestly. But I'm glad I own this in some form, and it has a DVD of Shenmue the movie, but I'm not going to watch that because it will probably spoil the entirety of Shenmue 1, which I want to play. Splinter Cell, Stubbs the Zombie. No one ever talks about this. maybe the Halo engine. Yeah, no, quite like this one actually. Again, yet to beat it, but yeah, this is one of those games which came out and then people forgot about it. But yeah, this is fun. I think this was also on the Apple Mac as well, but I don't know. I mean, I don't own a Mac, and I know less people who play games on a Mac. So yeah, let's see, Thief, the third one. And it's gone dark here so you can barely see it. Turok. Oh yeah, funny thing with this cover. I really hope I can show this, so I may actually have to turn off the camera briefly and then put it back on. Back in a mo. Yeah, I didn't realise this until after I bought it, that they actually made a mistake here. I've taken it out the sleeve, out of the box. Now, you see this is like the old age rating. But when you peel back it, like it says 15+, because of course, you know, ferocious dinosaurs with blood on their teeth. If I can just peel back... Oh, this is going to be tricky. Come on. Come on. Not going to come off. Ah, there he is. Okay, it's actually a sticker, and it says 3+ on it, so they obviously made a mistake, and then just put a sticker over it to save printing cost. I just find that funny. Like, yeah, that's 3+ rated. Sorry if this is a bit of a slog so far, but, you know, I'm having too much fun showing this lot because no one ever seems to own these sorts of games, especially with this next shelf, which... Any casual sort of viewer looking at this will probably think this is the worst collection of Xbox 360 games ever. But, I don't know, I kind of enjoy these sorts of, as I said, I enjoy weird low-budget things. And mostly collections of, it's mostly shoot-em-ups, PC ports, exclusives, good exclusives, not bad ones like Banjo Nuts and Bolts, which frankly gave me a headache. Oh, as well as Perfect Dark Zero, which was probably one of the worst first-person shooters I ever played. No, I mean like mostly weird conversions like Bully Scholarship Edition, Call of Juarez, all sorts of stuff. There's like ones that no one ever heard of, like the Alien Breed trilogy, which does I think have a PS3 version, but I've never seen it in person. And this actually worked out a lot cheaper than just downloading them and also saving a ton of hard drive space. Another advantage meaning, with these sorts of collections, you can play them offline without having to be connected to Xbox Live all the time. At least I think you do. I'll have to look into that, honestly. I'll try playing an Xbox Live game. Well, the only one I own, which is Dead Rising Case Zero. I'll try and play that offline and see if it works. If it doesn't, then I don't think I'm going to be downloading any more Xbox Live Arcade games. And I'll just stick to the discs. What else is there? Oh yeah, Bullet Witch. No one seemed to like this game. I kind of liked it. I actually beat it many years ago. I'm going to beat it again. And yeah, it's this weird game where you shoot guns out of a broom and stuff happens. Yeah, just general Japanese weirdness here. Oh, a Capcom collection. No Mega Man though, which is slightly disappointing. In fact, they did do like... they did actually bundle like, was it Resident Evil 5 and one of the Street Fighters together along with Devil May Cry 4 and a code for Mega Man 10. If they only made it a disc, that would have been awesome. But still they didn't. What they do, well, for this one, the only reason I bought it was for Bionic Commando Rearm 2, which is a good game, but some of the bosses are just impossible to figure out sometimes. I mean, unless you read the... reading the instructions before is a given, but this, like most Capcom games, doesn't even give you a manual. Well, it kind of does, but it doesn't detail any of the controls. It just says, it obviously states what the buttons are. So yeah, thank you there. It's going to be tricky to put this back in the box, so I'll just leave it like that, because I'm... Yeah, anyway. So yeah, £8 for 8 games. Pretty good, actually. And I'm not... Final Fight's pretty good, actually. So that was another reason to get it. Also, Rocketmen Access the Evil is the worst of the collection, to be honest. I would have felt insulted if I actually downloaded that. Yeah. Carrier Command. Yeah, no one heard of this game. Apparently it's like also a PC port from Bohemia Interactive. Did they do a Rhapsody? Who could say? But yeah, no, this is actually a French copy, but it's all in English. Yeah, it's just kind of, you guide these little things around. It's not really a strategy game, it's more like, it kind of is, but it's just kind of unique, honestly. You have it's like a first-person shootery sort of thing at first, and it kind of delves into controlling vehicles, solving puzzles, and yeah, it's pretty good actually. So yeah, I'm only going for the weird games here, like oh, Death Smiles. Yeah, again, it's a shmup with like a very strange cover, and it includes a soundtrack disc and like PC extras and all that sort of thing. Not something you see often with PC games. well, PC games, with Xbox 360 games, or any sort of game. Anyway, yeah, again, shoot 'em ups. They only seem to come to the 360, with very few coming to the PS3, at least in disc form. Divinity 2, Dragon Knight Saga. There was like a first version of this called Ego Draconis, which only included one of the games, and this includes both, because it had like an expansion. So here it is, all on one disc. It's rather nice, actually. Yeah, so I was surprised by this. Again, look, it's just games no one hears of are just fascinating to me, honestly. I'm actually looking for a stealth game called Dark on the Xbox 360. It's like a stealth thing with vampires, and it looks terrible, but that's why I want to play it. Speaking of not so terrible games, Dragon Age Origins. Now, I would have normally got this for the PS3, but it's the fact that I heard, and I didn't want to risk it, was the fact that on the PS3 version they actually missed out an expansion pack. They kind of forgot one of the packs, and actually I think offered it as a download. I was like, how do you do that? So on the 360 and PC versions they actually had everything, so I thought, I'll go for the 360 version, because, I mean, I don't mind either system, but if a game requires directional movement or precise control, I'll go for PS3. If it's like kind of an action sort of game, or doesn't really matter on control all that much, I will go for the 360. But that's just me. Dreamcast collection, Sonic Adventure, bass fishing, and that sort of thing. Sonic Adventure is the best of the lot, but I kind of wish they'd include something like Seaman, which is this game with like a fish with a human face. I know that is not a rude word, it's Seaman, not the other word you're thinking of. Yeah. Let's see. Earth Defense Force. Love this one. £4. Yeah. Again, this was one I found when I went to my grandparents. Not at their house, but it was at a shop nearby. Yes. Awesome game. It took me years to find this, but I finally have it. See, Fear. Ooh, the first Templar, but not the last. According to Assassin's Creed, anyway. Just over there. Yeah. Good action game, kind of low budgety, weird PC thing, and actually the bonus code that came with it was actually working, so not anything too major, but yeah, kind of came, it just, yeah, nobody surprisingly used it before me. This is Golden Axe Beast Rider Gunstringer, and yes, I do own a Kinect, sue me. Yeah, this is actually one of the better Kinect games I've played, because I can actually control it. Like, the game that came with it, what was it, Kinect Adventures, is just okay, honestly. But it's just kind of dull minigame sort of stuff. This is actually the DLC, the free DLC they did with it, with Wavy Tube Man Chronicles, is just plain hilarious. So I would recommend it just for that alone, because it's free and stuff. Overture, Guilty Gear 2. This is not a fighting game, but more a semi-strategy sort of weird thing. Again, I'm not really a strategy game person, but I love weird ones. Weird ones that actually play more like action games. So this is kind of like if you mix Dynasty Warriors in, but with less enemies and defending towers and stuff. So, yeah. Not tower defense, because I hate tower defense, but yeah, kind of cool in that way. What's this there? Oh, love this cover. Promotional copy, not for resale. I found it in a CEX for £4. Anyway, apparently this comes from 3 countries according to the box. You see, this is the faded white look I was talking about with promo copies. So yeah, apparently it's all rated 18 from Germany, MA15 from Australia, and 16 plus from the UK. So yeah, again, this is a game with no autosave, so you have to save manually at every single step, unless you want to risk replaying an entire level, unless you didn't save. Yeah. Anyway, Kane and Lynch, Kengo Zero, which is a game that I had to clean with toothpaste before it got working. Yeah, I'm serious. Killer is Dead, found it in a bit, bargain bin, and it was worth it, honestly. I was actually aiming for this on PS3. In fact, the same day I got this, I got not No More Heroes, Destroy All Humans on the PS3. So I actually got them on opposite formats than I was expecting, but not that I was complaining. I actually own Limbo on the PC as well, but I got this, I owned this before the PC one. Yeah, it's Trials HD and Splosion Man. Strangely for Splosion Man and Trials HD, the save data is actually stored online for some reason. I didn't realise that, but Limbo's is stored locally, so I don't quite understand that. But I don't know. I'm not in charge of Microsoft or anything. If I were, I'd be a rich man and a very greedy one. Magna Carta 2, which is a sequel to a PS2 game I never heard of, but I bought it because, again, no one heard of it. I kind of wanted it, but yeah. RPG sort of thing. No one really heard of it. Good game. Monster Madness, not named after James Rolfe's Monster Halloween series thing. Yeah, a kind of a shootery sort of thing, but really annoying voice acting. So next time I play it, I'm going to have to mute all the voices and only keep the music up because the music is actually tolerable. Morph-X. Yeah, just Morph-X. No, nothing really needs to be said about this. Kind of looks like The Suffering a little, but I've not actually played The Suffering yet because, again, memory cards. Yeah, no one heard of this. I found it, and actually, the last time I saw it, it was in a 2 for $20, and I just bought it for $3. So the shop that sold it for that incredibly high amount can, you know, frankly, go plough themselves. To be honest. What else is there? Naruto: Rise of a Ninja. I've never actually watched Naruto, but the game's fun. Took me ages to find the sequel, though, which I've yet to play because I've yet to beat this first one. The reason I bought it is because it kind of abridges the series from what I've seen, so that's something at least. Ninja Blade. This got a PC version later, so that only on Xbox 360 tag doesn't make a lot of sense now. Well, it does when you only know it's on 360, but yeah. God, this is frankly not a very good game, but it's so bizarre that, you know, you just have to keep playing it. Again, it's by the same people who published what's it, Earth Defense Force D3. So yeah, that tagline, my word. Ubisoft collection. I got it for Outland alone, but Beyond Good and Evil HD was a good bonus, even though I already own it up there. From Dust is also pretty good as well, so yeah, I've yet to play more of that. Again, they should do more collections like these, but why is it only the 360 though? Is it just easier to develop for these sorts of collections? I don't know. Yeah, Painkiller Hell and Damnation with the most black cover art I've seen. Yeah. I can't play multiplayer on this because I never use Xbox Live, but you know, I'm not really much of a multiplayer person anyway, which is why most of these are weird single player adventures. Oh yeah, this is a game I bought at a supermarket. Yeah, it was brand new and it came with all the DLC codes, which was rather nice. Even though I'm not a huge DLC person, but if the codes are kind of inconsequential sort of little things, I'm like, yeah, you know, if it comes with it, fine. The only annoyance is you may not be able to see that all this sticker residue they left from a security sticker, and I cannot get it off for the life of me. So that was kind of annoying. Quake 4 comes with Quake 2, and bizarrely, it's actually the re-release version stuck in a because you can see the little because on newer games they did this little green pattern thing, whereas on older games they just kind of said Xbox Live up there. So they gave me the re-release version, I still have the receipt in there, with the older cover art, which was quite nice, and the bonus disc which contains Quake 2, which I've yet to beat actually. It'd be with these. Red Faction Armageddon. I did own Gorilla after this, but it took me a while to find Gorilla. And another memory card is getting very low again, and I need to swap it out. Back shortly.